Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope all is well. Yes, in today's video we shall be looking at how we shall be getting an introduction to Microsoft Excel. So the first thing you're going to do is open a Microsoft Excel workbook. So there are different ways we can do this. We can come here to the Windows button, tap the Windows button, and then you're going to navigate and look for Microsoft Excel. So we are going to navigate down. Basically these apps are usually arranged in alphabetical order, so we look for M, then under M we look for Microsoft Office. This is the Microsoft Office software suite. So the Microsoft Office software suite has a number of applications we have access, but we're looking for Excel, so we proceed to look for Excel. So we have our Excel right here, so we double tap on Excel and it should be able to open. And we have our Microsoft Excel open just like that. So that is the first way we could open a Microsoft Excel document. Then we could also from our previous one of our previous videos on how to open up a Word document, we said you can press Windows on your keyboard, or you can press the Windows button together with letter R, and then we have a dialog box like this. So in this dialog box you're going to just type Excel, 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 and then you press OK, and then it should be able to open for you an Excel workbook like that. So then we can tap on a blank workbook. So this is our workbook. So Microsoft Excel is an application of Microsoft Office that allows users to manipulate data, that is basically numerical data that involves calculations, and it is this Microsoft Excel that is used by schools to make reports. It is also used by schools to make mark sheets, all that kind of stuff. So right here we have, from left to right, we have our letters A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Now these are basically labels, and these labels are for columns. These labels, as you can see, these labels run down, A, then B, then C. These labels run down, so these are basically columns. Then from top to bottom we are having numbers, then these numbers are running across. Those are basically rows. So we have columns and then we have rows. So the columns and rows intersect at a given point, and that point is what we call a cell. A cell is basically an intersection of a column and a row. That is what we refer to as a cell. Then when you tap in a cell, and then the cell is, I think you can see that there's a difference between this cell and the cells adjacent to it, because this cell is having a green thickened border around it. That means that this cell is active. It is active because it has been selected. So if I deselect it and maybe I select another cell, so now that cell has been deselected. We now have a different cell that is active because it is having the green border around it. So any cell that has this green border around it is called the active cell. Then these cells are identified by addresses, and an address is a combination of the column label and then the row label. So we begin with the column label and then the row label. The column label for this particular cell is F, and then the row label is 3. So that means that the address of this cell is going to be F3. So we can tap in another random cell to demonstrate that. We have this cell here. We have the column label D and then the row label 11, meaning that address of this cell is going to be D11. Then in the left corner here, we have this box here that is having the what? The cell, the active cell. As you can see there, they are showing us that it is the name box. So this name box is what contains the cell address of the active cell. So at this particular moment in time, our active cell is D11, and in the name box we have D11. So if I proceed to change the active cell, let me say we have I have my active cell now is G5. So when I come back to my name box, it has changed from D11 to G5. So that means this name box contains the active cell at the moment. If I change the active cell to D4, even in the name box it changes to D4. Then we have this particular area here. So here, this is where we are going to be putting our functions or formulas, this particular embodiment here, because we are going to be manipulating data, and Excel data can be manipulated using functions or formulas. What is a function? What is a formula? Those are things that we are going to look at in our next video, because today we are basically getting an overview of what Microsoft Excel is. So we have down here, we have a worksheet. This is a worksheet. Now a workbook is a collection of these worksheets. So I can click on this plus button to add another sheet. You can click there. When I click here, just a moment, yes, you can click on this arrow and then we have new sheets being created. Click, we have sheet 4. You click on the arrow, we have another sheet 5. So from sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, sheet 4, sheet 5. So a collection of these sheets is what we refer to as a workbook. Alright, so we have our sheets. So we have looked at the cell, we have looked at the name box, and then at the function box, where we shall be inserting our different functions and formulas. Now basically a formula is an inbuilt function that you can use to execute a given data. So we are going to look at these things in our next video. So maybe another thing I need to show you is how to save this Microsoft Excel document. So if you haven't saved it before, you simply come and click on File, then you come to Save As, click on Save As, then you browse where you want to save this particular document. You browse. So I want to save this document on the desktop. So I come and change. You can rename the document, and maybe I can call it Regan. Then now the important step is on the Save As type. You're going to come and click on the Save As type, and then you have a different couple of options. Now just like in Microsoft Word, we said in Microsoft Word we save it as Word 97 to 2003, but now in this particular case we are dealing with Excel, so we are going to save it as Excel 97 to 2003 workbook. So the importance of this is to allow this workbook or this Excel document to be able to open up on different versions of Microsoft Office, because if we use a different Save As type, the Microsoft Excel document may not be able to open up on different versions of Microsoft Office. So this step is very important. Then after that, you press save, and then your document has been successfully saved. Thank you for viewing. Stay tuned for our next video. We shall be dissecting different formulas and functions of Microsoft Excel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you.